Hey guys, Sean here. Welcome to the F1 Word and to a roundup of some of the news stories from the world of Formula 1 over the last week. Kicking us off then, and it has been announced that F1 is pushing back session and race start times from the beginning of the 2018 season. Races will now start at 10 past the hour, with all but one European race being pushed back by a total of 70 minutes, meaning the lights will go out for those races at 2:10 p.m. in the UK. The French Grand Prix will start later than the other European races, however, and that will be at 4:10 p.m. local time, and that's to avoid a clash with England's World Cup game. As well as the races, practice and qualifying are also being pushed back. All of this is in an apparent bid to reach a larger TV audience. Formula 1 bosses said, "Some broadcasters usually go on air precisely on the hour, hence missing the tension and emotion that characterise the minutes before the start of each Grand Prix. Thanks to this change, television viewers will be brought closer to the teams and the drivers and fully enjoy the spectacle offered just before the red lights go out." Liberty Media added, "Research has indicated that a wider TV audience is reachable later in the afternoons, especially in the summer months. Consequently, it has been decided to move the schedule of every session back by 1 hour across the whole weekend." As well as moving the start times of European races, Bahrain and Brazil have also seen their times pushed back. Bahrain will now start 15 minutes after sunset, thus losing its twilight status, and Brazil has been moved back by a full hour. As has already been covered on the channel, race start times weren't the only thing to be changed this week. From 2018 onwards, it has also been announced that Formula 1 will no longer be using grid girls. Liberty Media stated, "While the practice of employing grid girls has been a staple of Formula 1 Grand Prix for decades, we feel this custom does not resonate with our brand values and is clearly at odds with modern-day societal norms. We don't believe the practice is appropriate or relevant to Formula 1 and its fans, old and new, across the world." Daniel Ricciardo has said this week that Max Verstappen is the only teammate he has had that he feels can and has challenged him. In an interview with motorsport.com, Daniel said, "I'm not saying I've had it easy in the past, but I think he's the first driver who can challenge me. In the past, if I've done a high-speed corner and I've taken it flat out, for example, I've never had someone who can get there the same way. Max would at least go out there and try it. He's been able to match stuff easier than some other guys have." The two, of course, have been teammates at Red Bull since early 2016, and Daniel Ricciardo has beaten Max Verstappen in their 2 seasons together. However, he admits that neither can afford to put a wheel wrong. He went on to say, "I know if I make a little mistake in the past, maybe I could end up ahead still in qualifying. Now, if I make a mistake, he's in front. It's the same if he doesn't quite put a perfect lap together, I'm in front. This is why I would say he's the better teammate. We've both raised our game. We can't afford to put a wheel wrong because we are going to get beaten." The Honey Badgers' previous teammates have included Jean-Eric Vergne, Daniel Kvyat and, of course, 4-time world champion Sebastian Vettel. Mercedes have said they are confident Lewis Hamilton will sign a new deal and that it's just a matter of time before he does so. Of course, Lewis Hamilton out of contract at the end of 2018. Toto Wolff said, "Lewis has become such an important pillar within the team that it is a no-brainer that we continue with each other. The discussions are ongoing and very positive. It is just a matter of time before we seal it and put a signature to the document." Now, with Sebastian Vettel committing to Ferrari and Max Verstappen doing the same with Red Bull, all other options and avenues appear to be closed off for Lewis Hamilton, although, to be fair, this hasn't stopped drivers changing seats in the past. How long he will sign with Mercedes, though, of course, isn't known as of yet, but it is likely to be 2 years, keeping the Brit at Mercedes until the end of 2020. However, with Ferrari and Red Bull both having seats open in 2019, will he look to keep his options open? Fernando Alonso will race at Le Mans in 2018, continuing his bid to secure that famous Triple Crown. As well as racing at the world-famous event, the Spaniard would also be competing in some WEC events too. Fernando said, "I've never been shy about my aim of winning motorsport's Triple Crown. We tried for Indy last year, came close, but just missed out. This year, I have the chance, thanks to McLaren, to race for the win at Le Mans. It is a big challenge, but I am ready, prepared, and looking forward to the fight." He added, "In no way will this challenge take away from my main target of Formula 1 with McLaren. In 2018, my aim is to be competitive at every Grand Prix, and I feel sure that we are closer to achieving that." On top of his F1 commitments and Le Mans, it has also been confirmed that Alonso will compete at the 6 Hours of Spa, Silverstone and Shanghai, and this takes his race tally to 25 for the season, and that's 26 if we include Daytona. Also, with Le Mans falling just before F1's first ever triple header, the Spaniard will be racing for 5 consecutive weekends. And finally, McLaren have released another teaser trailer on social media for their 2018 livery using the hashtag Be Brave. When initially announcing their car launch, the Woking outfit teased fans with a number of red liveries from the past, leading many, including myself, to speculate that they could be wearing red in 2018. However, it now looks as though they will be returning to their traditional papaya livery, the video focusing on one of Bruce McLaren's cars from the late 1960s. Along with the trailer was a link to an article explaining why McLaren were going to be brave in 2018. The article includes examples of some of the team's biggest, boldest, and bravest decisions throughout their history. From the founding of the team to fighting on following the death of Bruce McLaren, right up until current day when they signed a deal with Renault for 2018. I will include a link in the description to the article, as it is a really, really good read if you are interested in that sort of thing. So the question for you all today is, if you could bring back any McLaren livery from history, which would it be? Let me know in the comment section down below. I will be back soon with more content as ever, and don't forget to join us for tomorrow night's Sunday debate live, kicking off at 6 PM UK time. But in the meantime, don't forget to follow me on social media. Links to Twitter, Facebook and to Discord are all in the description. But as ever, thank you for watching. I've been Sean. This has been the F1 Word, and until next time, goodbye.